Welcome back to The Unlicensed Therapist. I'm your host, Matthew Grimm. Today is the fun one. If our last episode was an emotional excavation, digging into why therapists may feel lost, both new and old, then today is the vibe check, the identity buffet, the gallery walk of therapist archetypes. This is the episode where you get to say, oh, that one feels like me, or absolutely not, that is not my vibe, or wait, I'm two of those at once. Am I allowed to do that? Yes, you are. Because your counseling identity isn't a single hat, it's a closet. And today, we're trying on outfits. Before we throw open the closet and dive into the gallery, I want to give you a framework for how to listen to today's episode. First, you're not choosing a permanent identity. You're listening for and noticing what resonates with you. Second, your identity will shift depending on the client, the moment, the presenting problem, and our growth. Third, if you're neurodivergent, you might find that several identities feel like home. That's not confusion, that's range. Fourth, trauma-informed work requires blending identities. You might be a story editor one moment and a body-wise guide the next. So as we walk through these 10 identities, pay attention to your body. Which ones make you lean forward? Which ones make you smile? Which ones make you say, oh, that's me? Think of this as designing a wardrobe of clothing. And today, we're window shopping. We're going to be looking at the different parts of one outfit that you may wear, while taking a look at the accessories that go with that outfit, and maybe choosing another outfit for your wardrobe, so that you don't just have the same thing, the same bag of tricks every single session, but you can come out dressed in a variety of different personas that match the problem that's presenting to you for the individual that is coming to you for help. Before we begin, I want you to get comfortable. Sit down, make sure that both of your feet are grounded, touching the floor, that you're in a comfortable position in your seat, be it a chair or couch or whatever you may be seated in. Take a few moments to be aware of your breathing. Are you breathing slow? Are you breathing quickly? Are you breathing shallow? Or are those breaths deep? Take a nice deep breath in through your nostrils. Hold it. Let it out. You can even make a sound when you do that. Let's do it again together. Hold it and all the way until your stomach collapses. Let's do that 2 more times. In, hold it, out. Good. One more time. In, Hold it. Out. Now continue those nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. Be aware of what your body's telling you. Scan your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Do you feel any discomfort? Are there any negative emotions living in your body somewhere? If you're aware of this, then let's pack those into a container and put them in that container, and they can come out of that container once we're done with today's episode. And now that they're packed in and that container is closed, I want you to imagine the door to a closet, a walk-in closet. And you're coming closer to this closet that is holding inside of it the gallery of therapist archetypes. And you open the door and step in. And what you see are 10 scenes of mannequins in different attire, in different types of therapy settings, doing different types of therapy. Now, as you take that all in, you see that there's 5 on the left-hand side of the room and 5 on the right-hand side of the room. And that you can walk all the way down past all 5, walk across the wall, and then walk back up along the other 5, sort of like a huge horseshoe. Let's begin our journey. First we come to the thought detective, or the cognitive therapist. This is the therapist who uses and relies on CBT and DBT. You love structure. You believe thoughts are the glasses. If the lenses are dirty, everything looks distorted. You help clients clean their lenses. The vibe is being collaborative, practical, almost coach-like. You love worksheets. You love giving homework. You love seeing measurable progress. From a trauma-informed angle, you know cognitive work must be paced gently. You don't challenge a belief until it is safely established. From a neurodivergent affirming angle, structure helps with executive functioning. Clear steps reduces the likelihood of becoming overwhelmed. This might be you if you color code your planner. You love a good SMART goal. You get excited about thought records. The next mannequin we come to is the pattern finder, the psychodynamic and attachment-focused therapist. This therapist sees the blueprint beneath the blueprint. You believe our early relationships shape our adult patterns. The vibe is evocative, patient, deep. You're comfortable with silence. You're comfortable with tears. You're comfortable with the long game. The trauma-informed angle, you understand attachment wounds, that they require safety, pacing, and attunement. The neurodivergent affirming angle, clients often have intense emotional memories and pattern recognition. This work can feel intuitive. This might be you if You say the phrase, "Who else in your life made you feel this way?" at least once this week. As we continue down our walk of the gallery, we come to our next set of mannequins, the story editor, or the therapist that relies on narrative therapy. This therapist believes the person is never the problem. The problem is the problem. You help clients reauthor their lives. The vibe, you're creative, investigative, playful. You approach problems like a curious journalist. The trauma-informed angle, your externalizing reduces shame. It gives clients distance from their pain. The neurodivergent affirming angle, story structures help organize overwhelming experiences. This might be you if you love metaphors. You love naming things. You've said, "What would you call that voice?" more than once. Next comes the boardroom moderator or the internal family systems therapist. You believe we are made of parts. The protector, the managers, the exiles. You help clients lead their inner boardroom. Your vibe is one of compassion, curiosity, and calm. You treat every behavior as a part trying to protect the client. The trauma-informed angle, IFS is gentle. It honors survival strategies. Neurodivergent affirming angle, multiplicity often feels intuitive. This might be you if you said, "Can we talk about the part of you that's scared?" without flinching. Next comes the body-wise guide or the somatic and polyvagal therapist. This therapist believes that the body keeps a diary. Stress gets stuck. The body whispers before it screams. Your vibe is one of being slow, grounded, rhythmic. You focus on breath, posture, sensation. The trauma-informed angle is you understand titration, pendulation, and pacing. The neurodivergent affirming angle, you validate sensory needs and interoception differences. This might be you if you've said, "Where did you feel that in your body?" at least twice today. As we turn the corner and start coming down the other end of our closet back towards the opening, we come to our next therapist, the meaning seeker or the existential therapy. This therapist helps clients find meaning in chaos. You sit with the big questions. Your vibe is one of being philosophical, courageous, deeply human. You don't offer tips. You offer presence. The trauma-informed angle, meaning making is part of healing. The neurodivergent angle, clients often think deeply and existentially. This might be you if you've read Viktor Frankl voluntarily. Now we come to the strength spotter, the solution-focused therapist. This therapist doesn't look at the why, you look at the how. You help clients move 1 inch closer to the life they want. Your vibe is one of being optimistic, energetic, and future-focused. Your trauma-informed angle, hope, is a survival tool. The neurodivergent affirming angle, focusing on competence reduces shame. This may be you if you love the miracle question. Now we come to the choice maker, or the reality therapist. This therapist focuses on personal responsibility. You ask, is what you're doing getting you what you want? The vibe is one of being direct, accountable, yet empowering. The trauma-informed angle, you emphasize agency without blame. The neurodivergent angle, clear choices reduce becoming overwhelmed. This might be you if you love a good accountability moment. We're nearing the end. Here at number 9 is the system architect or the family systems therapist. You see clients as part of a larger system. You map invisible rules. The vibe you give off is being analytical, looking at the big picture, being objective. The trauma-informed angle, family roles shape survival strategies. The neurodivergent affirming angle, neurodivergent clients often thrive with visual mapping. This might be you if you love genograms. Number 10, the last therapist archetype we're going to talk about today, the culture bridge, or the multicultural or liberation psychology therapist. You name oppression. You validate lived experiences. You understand that depression is often a normal reaction to an unjust system. The vibe you give is empowering, validating, maybe even radical. The trauma-informed angle is systematic trauma is real trauma. The neurodivergent affirming angle, you understand intersectionality deeply. This might be you if you said, let's talk about the power dynamic here. Now, we've just reviewed 10 types, 10 archetypes of therapists. Does this cover every possible archetype out there? No. This was 10 random types to start with. This was walking into Baskin Robbins and attempting to choose what ice cream you want and asking for a taste. Here were 10 tastes of different flavors of therapists. Which one or ones did you lean closer to? Which ones made you move back in repulsion or in fear? Which ones just made you curious? Sit with it for a moment. What does your body tell you? Remember, you don't have to choose one. You don't even have to be consistent. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be you. Your homework this week. Pick 2 identities that resonated with you. Journal how they show up in your sessions. Notice which identity emerges when you're stressed, tired, or overwhelmed. Research at least 2 identities that I didn't cover so that you widen your knowledge base. Next week, we take all 10 of these identities and apply them to one client. It's the episode where everything clicks. Remember, share the episode with others that you think will benefit, grow our community, and until next time, remember, we're all unlicensed until we find our voice.